You
And it,
nervous or not really?
no, I'm not
This is
nervous.
kind of like standard for you.
No, it's not standard, but just like you seem pretty cool. Like I could just tell like your vibe is great. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
friend.
Yeah, it's not that deep, right? Like we're just kind of conversating, you know? It's not
Oh,
like a formal thing.
I might cross my leg. I might like just kick
Like just
back.
chill, man. You've ended the day. Like you've done your bit, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Motivating the students and that. But yeah, no, just tell me how it is being a teacher for you. Like, how did you stumble upon it? Because that's why people know you, right? As Miss Domingo. So
Right. You know what? I probably became a teacher. Um, I don't know why, but I definitely knew when I was young I wanted to become a teacher for sure.
mm. But
And
like, is that what you kind of have to say just because you know you're doing it
I swear to
now?
you, I feel like, you know what? And I
Yeah,
see it in my class whenever students are like, hey, can you help me with this to each other?
yeah,
And then hear them teaching each other. I was that student. I was
mm.
that student where someone was like, I don't know how to do this. And I just
Yeah,
tried to help my friend.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's when I knew I'm like, I want to do this forever. I want to help,
yeah.
right? Not just my peers, but like, I just want to teach. And I started playing basketball and got a job at a summer camp. And then I
Mm,
started teaching. Coaching and teaching just go directly hand in hand. Trying to develop someone's skills so that they can use those skills to be successful in a quiz, a test, a project,
mm.
a basketball game, 3 point
Yeah.
comment, whatever it might be. Um, but yeah, um, I really love my job, man. I really do.
Yeah, and
I
you kind of stumbled upon it, right? Because we were kind of talking, and you said you basically picked it up during COVID, right? So that's when you did the program. Is that when you started the program to do teaching, or were you already kind of doing that alongside the basketball stuff?
Right. So after I played 5 years at Humber College,
Mm. What was
I
it
had
like, 363 points or something like that? That's what I saw in the 20 games. Like, I mean, I'm
well,
not saying I did
yeah,
research, but I did a little, you know?
what? Yeah, I was fortunate to have a really good career at Humber. We were
Yeah,
fortunate enough to win a handful of provincial championships, national championships. I'm actually wearing one of my rings.
oh
You know,
yeah?
it's here. Yeah, right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I
Wear every
didn't even know.
wear every day.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, after playing 5 years there, we had a great. I had a great career for sure.
You
I
were
did.
a small forward, right?
Pardon?
You were a small forward, no?
I
Your
was a small
position.
forward. Yeah, small
Yeah.
forward. I also didn't start playing basketball till I was grade 11, grade 10. So I was like a freshie. I had a lot of learning to
Yeah.
do. The other girls, they were playing since they were like 8, 9,
Yeah,
10.
so they were doing the drills and they were doing the
Yeah,
training and
so
the
I had a lot of
prep
catching up
and
to do. I had a lot of
yeah.
catching up to do, but thankfully for the coaches I had, the mentorship, the development, I I would like to say that I took basketball a little more seriously and worked on my skills, worked on my craft, tried to help the teammates around me, helping with their development as well. And yeah, that's why we were so successful, I think, at Humber College. Um, great career. But after that, I was actually fortunate enough to go play professionally in France. That was a
Mm.
great experience.
I
Got
don't
to
think you
use,
talk about that on your Instagram either, innit? Like,
oh, not really. But that was pretty cool, leaving home, you get
mm,
paid to play ball, like one of your
yeah,
passions. You get paid to bounce a basketball around. That's pretty lit. And I
yeah,
know in Canada we don't really have that. So uh I was I'm just glad I was able to like put that in my career, stamp it in. I got to play pro professionally. But unfortunately it ended because of COVID. So I had to go home March 2020. That's
mm,
when I was like, come home
yeah.
right
And
now.
how did you feel in that moment? Because obviously, that's what you were building up, right? Like, you started late, but you managed to like, level to the same playing field as everyone else out there, right? And then,
Mm.
bam, it just stopped you. Like, how do you feel? Like,
You know what?
what was in your head? Like,
I still feel pretty good about it. I still feel good that I got to play there for a couple months. Language, talking to people, being personable,
mm,
learning like the European style of basketball. Like I traveled
mm,
so many times, because it's just a different game out there, way more fundamental based.
yeah.
Um, so I
Yeah,
wasn't really
explain it because
like,
people don't know the difference, right, between
yeah,
US
yeah.
or Canadian ball and then European
Yeah,
players. Yeah.
NBA is definitely very fancy. But you see
Mm,
the Europeans coming in here with their fundamentals and killing it, right?
yeah.
Jokic, oh my gosh, third time
Yeah, yeah,
MVP.
yeah. He's up there now, isn't he? Like
Yeah, he's up there.
it's a
He's
name
up
that
there,
wasn't really spoken about because like he's just like this lanky guy, right? But
and he's
make
not
it work.
flashy, right? He just does
Yeah,
basic
yeah, yeah.
things that he's probably done a million times.
Yeah, like he's definitely not like a Kyrie type of player, right?
Well, yeah, Kyrie's like behind the back, no look, like
Yeah. Like he used to practice without like the net thing, right? So it would just be like
yes,
that box. So you'd have to spin it
right.
up. Yeah,
I
so
don't know how.
that's how it is.
I
But no,
don't know
I
how.
get you with the whole coaching thing because I don't know if you know, but like I played golf like quite a bit since I was like 15 years old. So that was
Oh,
kind of what I was trying to be a professional in. I ended up being the shitter brother of the two. So my brother actually became a professional. So he's like trying to give me
oh,
like little
don't say
tools and
that.
stuff.
I'm sure if you put
Yeah.
in,
No, no, I was decent. I was decent. Don't get me wrong. Like I had a decent junior career, but now I kind of coach on the side, like, my uncles, all of the uncles out there, shout out to you, doing a little bit of a side hustle on the side.
yeah,
Um,
it's
but I
fulfilling.
understand like as a coach, like picking out people's weak areas is a hard thing for most people to do. So, and that translates into teaching as well. So, why did you feel like you're comfortable to do that? Because it's a pretty hard thing to do if you're not personable and if you're not kind of like giving a cushion to your words a little bit, right? So
Yeah. Well,
you
what
go
I
about
learned,
it in the classroom versus basketball.
yeah, what I learned as a basketball player, you need to know your teammates. Like,
Mm,
how is she going to receive this information? How should I phrase it, or how should I come at her so that she can understand the message of whatever I'm trying to communicate
mm,
clearly without, right? Any animosity, I guess there's just, they maybe they won't be as upset with your
mm.
comment feedback. So I learned that as a player for sure, because sometimes it's like, damn, get in the corner. What are you
Yeah, yeah,
doing?
yeah.
Are you lazy?
And then your
Right?
competitive side comes out. You're like, I don't want to lose this game because of you.
Yeah. But
And
then,
obviously
if
that'll get people in their feelings, right?
if I knew you were like, you know what, I think this brother, like, he, I gotta phrase it privately, or I gotta I gotta pull him to the side and tell him in a different way. Or,
Yeah,
you know what? Oh, I can actually tell him like this. Come on, man, let's go. You can do it.
yeah.
And it's just about knowing player personnel. It's pretty much it. And I do the same thing in my teaching.
Mm,
You gotta get to students, uh, how they react to certain things, what they like, what they don't like, how they speak, how they interact with each other. And then from there, that all
mm.
happens in September. Once I know that, then I know what kind of feedback to give them. Then I know how to teach.
Yeah.
Now I know how to make my lesson because I've gotten to know them. And it's the same thing for coaching as well.
But it's hard to differentiate from like, okay, everyone has their own kind of learning style that they've developed over time and through whatever they've gone through, and that's how they receive information, whether it's like motivational or a little bit more harsher. People have thick skin, so they're able to take it and then work on stuff like that. But
It's like you like
grouping
the
everyone together is a lot harder to do, right? Than like individually, I think.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like you kind of just some people change over time too. Like sometimes individually you're gonna have to like make those decisions.
Yeah.
But students who or players who might not have the harsher feedback, who might not react well to it at first, they
Mm,
might see that other players are reacting to it in a positive way, and they might learn how to maybe have tougher skin, or
yeah.
maybe they learn to look past the tone or the
Mm,
volume, listen to the actual words.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like for the most part, well, first of all, teachers don't really get into the students' heads as much as you're saying you do in order to make it a functional thing, right? Like a lot of teachers, I think, especially when I was growing up, right, a little bit lazier in terms of students' individual learning styles, and they're kind of just going through the syllabus because there is so much work there, right? And
They
there
are
is a
where
payment factor hidden within that, where it's like teachers are not that well paid. So why should they go above and beyond for the students? And I know there's moral reasons to that, but
yeah.
I would say, well, based on what you're saying, that you wouldn't be able to be a teacher or push people towards a common goal if you didn't have that? Like if you
Yeah.
didn't understand them to that level, right?
Yeah. If I didn't get a tremendous amount of joy from helping my sister work on her, I don't know, rebounding.
Yeah.
Not be an expert in rebounding, but I know, you know what, we need her. We need her to
Mm,
love. I'm gonna help her. I'm gonna rebound for her. I'm gonna box her out so she practice rebound. Like that feeling when you were a part of someone's growth, or
mm,
you kind of put in some time effort, and then you get to watch it to fruition.
mm,
Like you're like, she did, we just practiced that and she did it in the game. She
yeah.
just, that's lit. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah, and you get that feedback and you're like, "Okay, I know I was a part of that little growth spurt," right? Like
yes.
when
And
I'm teaching people in golf, like they're just like trash at the beginning, they're losing to their friends, they're complaining to me, they're like, "Oh, I've been playing this game for like 5 years. This guy just started and he's beating me every single time, taking all my money because there's betting in golf and all of that," you know what I mean? So,
yeah, of
and
course.
these are all like older guys, right? So they're trying to like, push their retirement fund a little bit more, you know what I mean? So it's just
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, seeing that growth and, seeing that you made an impact on that is probably the most selfless pleasure you can get in life, right?
absolutely. Like
But what
I
do you
just
say to the teachers who don't go above and beyond? Because I know that you've been around teachers who don't, think about it like that, and they're kind of like, "I just wanna get home." I'm sure
yeah,
you have some of those days, but what do you
yeah.
even say to someone who isn't going above and beyond for their students? Like
You know what? I think about this a lot and I'm very aware of my position right
mm,
now. I'm a newer or new teacher. I'm new to the career, so I don't know, I'm younger, maybe I have more energy.
mm,
I'm more willing to like learn. I'm more willing to reflect on my own practices and realize, oh, I need to do this better, or oh, I
mm,
need to set my math plan or my language program, blah blah blah. And I'm afraid. I pray this doesn't happen to me. I just pray that life doesn't life. When
mm,
life and you kind of just have to be like, I got to think about me. I don't have the time to do the extra work that teachers do.
mm,
Yeah, when you get married, when you have kids, when you, I don't know, buy a house, when you, all these lifing things, and you're like,
yeah.
I got, so that, yeah, I think that goes with my teachers have lives, try to say that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that because you have that in your bio in caps lock.
Yeah,
Like, you're
and
not trying to hide that shit. You're like, "Okay, everyone, you need to know that, like, this is not my thing." So, does that
yeah,
stem from your comment section or, like, do a lot of people just assume that because you're a teacher, you have to just keep this prim and proper image?
exactly it. If you're a teacher, you got to be prim and proper, you don't really have a life or
Mm.
interests or
Or you have
hobbies.
to hide that to the public, right? That's what they assume.
It's inappropriate, and also it's scary times right now because if you were to share that,
Mm,
unfortunately, some people may like it, not like it. You're gonna be judged for it regardless. So for me, it's kind of like I gotta stay true to who I am and what I like, and if I'm comfortable sharing, which I usually am, this is me. Like this is it. The teacher is not just who I am; it's what I do
yeah,
for uh, for a certain amount of hours per week.
yeah.
Um, there's a whole other, there's onion, the layers of the onions. I don't remember. That's from Shrek. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bomb
yeah.
bomb movie. But like, yeah, there's different layers to who I am, and it's not just teaching. And you know what? You know where I got that from? I'm thinking about it right now. Um, NBA athletes and WNBA athletes, they wear this, I don't know whose brand it is. I don't know if it's Nike or whomever, but
Mm.
an athlete, more than an athlete. And like ball is not life.
It just makes a huge difference,
But
right?
low
Like,
key
your
it is.
perspective.
No, low key it is. But I'm
Yeah.
more than just an athlete. I'm more than just going to practice, bouncing a ball, doing this. You know, there's lots of professional athletes. They created schools, they created programs, they cook on the side, they do all this other stuff. I'm more than just this athlete, this person that wears a jersey and bounces a ball. And it applies
Mm.
to teaching. I'm more than just a teacher. And I'm sure, again, because I'm getting married soon, life is gonna life. And I
Yeah.
just still have that passion um, to, keep reflecting on my teaching, how I taught it, how my kids are doing, how can I be better? How can I be a better teacher than today or yesterday? I hope that
Mm.
doesn't die out because, you know, no disrespect to the seasoned teachers who've been teaching a while. I get it. I could see how this could be draining over a long period of time.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but for right now, I have a lot of joy with what I do, and I just hope that continues. And maybe I can just find a balance of how to be me, teacher me, baller me, mother me, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because you're
So
always at that pivotal point of your life, and like everything's about to kind of switch up. And
yo,
I know you're kind of young in this thing, so you have a lot of joy for it. Um, but yeah, no, it's definitely important to address the other sides of yourself because then if you catch yourself slipping one day randomly after you're trying to push this prim and proper message, and then all of a sudden you're giving too much personality. Now you're outside of your box and people are uncomfortable with it, right? You'd rather kind of be upfront with that information.
why don't I just be me from the get go? That's
Yeah,
pretty much. If you don't like it, unfollow. Pretty
yeah.
much.
Get
You
out
like
of here.
it. I hope you like it, and I hope people just. I don't know. We talk about this in the classroom all the time. Like, you got to be proud of who you are, where you come from, what you eat, what your mom packs you for lunch, whatever. Like, it's cool to be different, man. It is
Yeah,
cool. It's tremendously cool to be different. You just got to be you. And if you know, what you wear, what you do, what you say, if that changes, it's up to you. And
yeah,
everybody else, just support it. Just love you the same. It's pretty
yeah.
much
So
it.
how did you even get popping on Instagram like that? I want to know.
Yo, so
Like, how did that become a part of your life? Social media, like,
yeah, I just I don't know what. I don't even know what. I don't know why.
yeah,
Um, but I started TikToking that I downloaded it. Like, this is pretty cool. I see all the dances.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
started one to, and I liked it. Like it,
Hmm.
I found myself watching my own video like 20
Oh, I
times.
do that so much, man.
Gosh, and I'm like, am I in love with myself? Like this
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah. Am I a narcissist? That's the phrase that people puts out there, right? Like everyone's a narcissist nowadays. My ex was
yeah.
definitely a narcissist, you know what I mean? Like that's
I
the
just love
sentiment.
making videos. Like I actually
Yeah.
it brings me joy. I like doing it. And even when I post it and no one likes it,
Mm,
I still love it. I still
yeah.
love it. And so I think, I started making more videos and I realized, okay, this is something that I want to do,
Mm,
like posting. I enjoy making the videos. I enjoy like make it relate to teaching or basketball or my life.
yeah.
Um, So yeah, I started it last year at the end of school, the last day of school. And Zara, Miss Hassan, Miss Wonder Soul, we were at the
Mm,
same last year, and I realized you are on TikTok. And
yeah.
so kind of took me under her wing and was like, you're gonna do this. And
No way.
she just supported me. She just it's not like it's not fake, and I think she knew that. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It doesn't come across like that either. Like,
yeah, she was just like, yo, keep doing you, do this. And she just kind of gave me like the little logistics of like when to post, what to consider. But
mm,
everything else, just do you and be me. And it's what I've been doing. We're almost at a year now, which is pretty cool.
yeah,
Pretty,
yeah,
pretty,
because everyone kind of fits in that algorithm somewhere, right?
yeah.
Whether it's now, whether it's a little bit later on, you know what I mean? Like at some point people will gravitate towards you because you do have a group of people out there who are just like you or who are trying to be like you. Or maybe
Yeah,
who are envious of you.
maybe.
So I
I
did I did want to talk about the haters a little bit. Like, do you get a lot of haters in that? Like,
don't have any.
nah?
Yeah.
So
Maybe
you have
my,
no comments that bother. I guess you have thick skin as well, right? Because of the basketball and that, but
I mean, You know what? No, I don't recall any like negative comments. Maybe I haven't seen it.
Hmm.
No. Oh, I remember a comment about like what I'm wearing. It's pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah, yeah, stuff like that.
be wearing like this. And I don't even have to say nothing because there's other people out there, teachers and non-teachers, who are like, what does that have to do with children learning?
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't have anything to do with it.
Does her
But people
sweat?
just want to pick at stuff, right?
Yeah.
But
Does
no,
her,
it's obviously great to hear that you don't really get the hate like that. Like,
yeah. I don't think so. Yeah.
yeah,
No.
talk to me about this new women's league then.
Yes, Hoop Queens, awesome league. It's the
Getting
first.
paid to ball again. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yo, I am so happy. So
Yeah.
happy. Hoop Queens, it's Canada's first paid women's league.
Hmm.
And it's in its third season. I'm super excited to be playing. This is a great tournament. A lot of the Canadian talent, especially those that like play overseas in Europe or in the States or D1, whatever the case may be, they come back and we have this like high level competitive tournament, which is pretty cool. And you get paid to do it, which is awesome because I don't think Canada has um, any space where women can come and play the game of
Yeah.
ball.
And they have sponsorships and all of that, right? Because that's how the money gets fed in. And you said that like Canada's underdeveloped compared to like Europe, that obviously you.
Yeah, you would expect Canada as, you know, the more developed countries,
Yeah.
first world, not first world. Yeah, first world
Yeah,
country
first one, yeah.
have a league where women can play and they get paid. The US has it, all of Europe has it. I'm sure, yep, Africa has it as well.
Yeah.
Why don't we not have one? So I think Hoop Queens, great stepping stone towards women's basketball in our country. And what else? We got a WNBA team coming up. That's even
Yeah.
better. So women's basketball is just going up from here,
And
100%.
do you represent a team in that, or like how does it work? Like how did you get selected for that as well?
You gotta try out. You gotta
Yeah.
try out. And they have like a little combine where you try out and then
Mm.
you're selected. So thank goodness I was selected because I just want to be a part of this so badly.
Yeah.
I want to keep playing till my knees say no.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. No, for sure, for sure. You
so
gotta get your years in, man, right? You said you started a little bit late, so you gotta finish a little bit late, you know what I mean?
yeah, I want every last drop of this basketball game. Absolutely. But yeah, you gotta try out and then there's 4 different teams. It's five
Mm.
weeks last year, the winners got like a free trip with Spirit Airlines to somewhere. Like it was pretty cool. It was pretty dope. Lots of different companies and organizations supporting and putting their money in women's basketball in Canada. So it's pretty lit. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess like that's a cool collaboration that you've done, but like talk to me about like collaborating with people now that you have a little bit of recognition on your Instagram and stuff. So like how do you choose what's a good fit for you? Maybe there are some companies listening who might want to collaborate with you. So yeah, how do you kind of look at that process, and what's your most favorite collab that you've been a part of?
Right. You know what? A lot of the people that want to collab with me are
Mm.
educators and teachers. I actually had a DM the other day of someone who just wanted to start their teacher page. And they were asking for like advice and if we can support each other. And I was like, heck yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, you gotta pass the baton on, right? Like, come on.
Absolutely. So those are my kind of favorite interactions.
Mm.
Friend, he's a guidance counselor. He's trying to like put his stuff out there in terms of guiding, you know, these young adults in high school on what
Yeah,
to do, right? Like when you get to high school, it's kind of like, did you do the work? No,
yeah,
0, 1. Like it's almost like you're grown enough. You're grown enough. You got to figure it out. Which,
yeah.
yes, too. But I think what my friend Andre is doing is pretty cool. What's his name? Oh, it's giving guidance.
It's
It's
giving
giving guidance.
guidance, bro. No, check
Yes.
send it to me afterwards, obviously. I'll check it out and stuff.
Yeah. So he does a great job with that. And we kind of talk all the time, collab, what should we do, things like that. Collaborating with Zara is also awesome. Uh,
Mm.
it's like, you know, it's like two besties just linking up. So it's always
Yeah.
vibe and time. And you know
Now,
what?
obviously, there's that mutual respect because, like, I know like she gave you a blueprint, right? But you followed it, you know what I mean? You followed through. So
Yeah, and
you
she
guys
says
are out there now, so mutual respect and all of that.
yeah, she says that to me a lot. Like well, I thank her for the blueprint all the time,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
she kind of goes, "But you're doing it. You've
Yeah.
continued. Do you know how many people like fall off? They don't want to do it. It's too much
Yeah,
work."
literally,
And
man.
you know what? It's a moderate amount of work. It's not to me, it's not that serious because I have joy. I watch my videos so many damn times. Like I have a lot of joy making the videos and watching them. And I post it whether people like it or not. So yeah, and I hope the right people like it. Um that go along with my, I guess, I don't know if I have a niche. Like I don't want to be put in a box because what if I
Yeah,
change?
yeah, yeah.
I'm not a baller no more, you know?
Yeah.
So
You're more than a baller and a teacher. So, that's what people have to really take away from this, you know?
yeah, teachers have lives, you know. I'm not just my job. I'm not just my job. So any companies out there or anybody that wants to collab, as long as I feel like it goes with who I am and what I like, I will happily collaborate and yeah, make some cool videos as long as it aligns with what I like. It wouldn't make sense to like do something that doesn't apply to me, you know?
Yeah, literally.